Still let us know when you are ready. Are you good?
Yes, hold on. I'm just gonna.
It is well.
Okay. So, let's see if I can sketch it in. Okay. Okay, I am ready. And
You're still ready?
Yes, sir.
my question to you is, can you introduce yourself, please?
So my name is Imam Shafi. Imam Shafi. I'm the Imam and the Islamic Affairs Director of the Colorado Muslim Society.
Nice. And can you explain to me what Sharia law is, please?
I will start from welcoming you to the center.
Thank you.
And I'm privileged and blessed that God has guided you to his house. The question is about Sharia. What is Sharia?
Yes.
Sharia is the law of God, which God bestowed upon all prophets, from Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, to be followed by human beings. Human beings, and even there are other creation called jinn. Others calls them demons. Sharia is meant to regulate our lives in this world. Individual life, private life, family life, academic life, social life, economic life, national and international life, include business transaction life. That is Sharia.
So is it a set of values that you follow?
Definitely, Moses had certain values, Jesus had certain values, Abraham had certain values. We believe in God. When you believe in God, there are commandments of God. Unfortunately, one of the most misunderstood or misconstrued, or one of the misconceptions today, is the word Sharia. Moses received law. It has never been a problem. Jewish are following the law of Moses until today. They are proud to say we follow 10 commandments. Christians have a set of law and values that they are following. And whoever refers to Jesus, Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, Christian book, it's mentioning the law. In Arabic Sharia, Jesus said, do not think that I came to abolish the law or the prophets. Do not think that I came to do away with the law or the prophets, but I came to fulfill. They don't have a problem with Sharia. Muslims have a set of law because all these laws are not from Muhammad or Jesus or Moses. It is godly law. This is the law that we are following. It existed in America before Muslims. It existed with Jewish community, with Christians. We believe in Jesus, we believe in Moses. That is why it's not a big deal, because the law is from God.
Okay, second question. Should Americans fear Syrian refugees because they are terrorists?
It's unfortunate. We are a good country, and we are encouraging people to be law-abiding citizens. And we have signed some statutes with our partners in the world, including UN. The refugee issue is not American. It is godly, and UN, United Nations, they signed it not once, not twice. We have amendments at international level which allow refugees to reallocate and move from insecure area to a secured area. Unfortunately, we are talking, and our reasoning doesn't really meet the international or UN standards. We have no choice but to allow refugees to come to America once it's proven that They are not criminals once it is proven that they're not harmful to the nation.
Yes.
This will happen everywhere in the world. That is why we have UN everywhere, we have their offices everywhere, we have authorities, FBI, we have CIAs everywhere. Do your work. So when these people are cleared, and it's a painful procedure, and they arrived at our airports and we say they should not come in, this goes against the international refugees and migration standard. So we cannot preach water, drinking wine. But I wanna tell you this. We should not forget quickly. Sooner have we forgotten how quickly America as a nation is based on refugees, migration, diversity, and multiculturalism. Everybody in America, include our current president, President Trump, is a refugee or is an immigrant.
Right.
Who did not migrate to America. Include Native Americans who preceded everybody to this land. They migrated from a place to America. You have your ancestors or you have your ancestral background. You connect yourself either to Europe or Germany. I have. Why do we make it a big deal? What makes America, America is immigration, refugees, and diversity. It's out of question. America is big. Everybody has a right to come here.
Yes.
Based on the law.
Right.
And international agreement that we have signed.
Thank you very much. I just want to say amen.
Thank you. Yes.
Hello.
Alaikum salam.
Hello. This is my friend Sarah.
Okay.
She's a very good person. Can you speak about the rhetoric on Islamic supremacy?
You
Do
know, it's
you want to take over the world and kill the?
you know, I will be be so surprised if the media and politicians do create words and statements. You know, when the first open terrorist act took place in Oklahoma City, in the history of our beloved country, it was never called terrorism, it was never promoted as terrorist as such. If it was called, it was never promoted as terrorism as such. It was never connected to Christianity, even though the doer, the criminal, was a Christian. Hitler killed 6 million. Who was he? A Christian. Yes, he was a Christian who killed Jewish. Until today, they talk about Holocaust and they talk about Hitler. They don't connect it to Christianity. I love Christians. They are my neighbors. I respect churches. Islam commands me that I should respect places of worship. Islam commands me that I should not even worship. I should not only worship him, but I should not insult their gods that they worship. Even a Hindu, even though I disagree that statues and idols should not be worshipped, but I should not even insult their God to that. Supremacy. Christians, evangelical Christians are saying the same. They want to take over the world. Because Jesus told them in the book of Matthew chapter 28, go all over the world. Or in the book of Mark, go all over the world. And baptize everybody in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This is what they preach. They want to make everybody. Ask any evangelical Christian, he will tell you Christianity will supersede all religion. Why the media never made it an issue? Jewish believe that they have to control the world. They are the chosen children of God, and this has led to killing some people in the world today. It has never been an issue. If a Muslim say that my hope is that Islam takes over the world, why do they make it a big issue? It's a wish of an atheist to see that everybody is not a believer. It's the wish of everybody to feel that why have they approached this issue selectively? Why not holistically? Every tribe in the world says that our tribe is the best. America say we are better than America as a country, our beloved country. We are the superpower, the most powerful country in the world. Do everybody agree with that? So from political perspective, from economic perspective, from academic, everybody has been having this claim. What is the problem if a Muslim claims that? But I want to tell you this. People should not be afraid if evangelical Christians say that Jesus is going to come and is going to take over the world and Christianity is going to surpass. Okay? And Jesus told us, I'm the way and light and truth. No one. So anybody who is not a Christian is not going to go to paradise unless, why? We never made it an issue. Spiritually, religiously, economically, everybody has that claim. Do I wish as a Muslim that everybody become a Muslim? Yes. Do a Christian wish that everybody become a Christian? Yes. Do a Jew wish that everybody become a Jew? Yes, even an atheist have the same one. But I think what is connected to this, what makes it worse, or what accelerates the whole thing, or what increases the size, is that they connect Islam to violence. So we're going to come in America and kill everybody and take over. I want to ask you a very simple question. What is the population of Americans? Over 300 million.
Yeah, over 300 million, I think.
Yes. What is the population of Muslims in America, to be practical? I just want to clear the misconception.
Small percentage.
15 million to 20 million now, not 7 million. We Muslims don't have any military inside here. We are doctors and engineers and teachers and businessmen. How can a pistol kill every American to establish Islam in this land? What is our system in America? What is the system? It's called democracy. What is the definition of democracy? Is majority win? Even though there are some issues with that. But let us go with 10 versus 2. So we are only 20 million. How are we going to win against 300 million? It's not practical. They should tell us, how are we going to take over America? Everybody has a wish. Christian says Christianity is going to supersede. The Jewish say it's going to and then it is power, and it is for economic reason. Everybody says my family, my days. I don't think if that should be misunderstood. No, we are not here to kill every American. We are American. Our families are here. Yeah. Our children are born here. Which American am I going to kill? My wife or her family who are not Muslims? No. I'm married from a Christian family. Only my wife is a Muslim. I have 2 twins. They are Americans. Another one is coming soon. We are hoping to make as many children as we can. We are hoping to be one of my children to be the president in the White House. I mean, that is my wish. What is the problem if Obama or if President Trump is what is the problem if a Muslim child who is an American, law-abiding, become a president? It is my wish.
Mine too.
It's my wish. I'm training him to be the president.
Okay.
It's my right. In America, it's his right. If he can ascend to that position, people will vote him, and he will rule by American Constitution. What is the problem with that? So those are propaganda.
Yes.
We've been so peaceful in America.
So how can we build up trust?
We are already trusted. 10% of Muslims in America are doctors. 10% of doctors in America are Muslims. We never came to play here. We came to study. Muslims are the most successful people in this country. They should tell me if we are not doctors. They should tell me if we are not engineers. We have worked hand in hand. We have coexisted. We have collaborated to build this country. My sister, we were in this land from slavery. After that, we migrated here like any other person. We migrated here not to rip this country off. We came with money to do business here. We brought money here. Muslims from India and Arabia Peninsula, include Yemen, late 18, early 90s. They were in New York opening shops and businesses. We are sportsmen. We are doctors, we are engineers, we are everything in America here. Everything good. Any civility, any civilization, any development that you want to talk about, we have been part of it. How are you going to exclude us from the country? In fact, when people come to the mosque and they say, please welcome in this country, I have changed I tell them thank you, but you welcome to this country. I should welcome them. I'm not a stranger. And why the focus is only on Muslim refugees? Refugees are coming from everywhere to America. Green card is bringing lottery, is bringing everybody here. Why only Muslims should be welcomed and not a Christian or a Jew? And America is a land of everybody, based on diversity, based on immigration. And when we are here and we are proud to be here and we're going to stay here. My grave is in America. We are not here to do that.
Any last words of understanding or education?
You know what I will tell you? Islamic supremacy, take it out. The supreme is only God. He's the Almighty, the All-Powerful. As soon as a Muslim claims that or assents to that, then he's claiming to be God. Number 2, there is no compulsion in religion. Quran chapter 2, verse 256. La ikraha fi din. There is no compulsion in religion. That is Quran. The verses of war that people are reading in Quran are more or less than the verses of war in the Bible. 66 books of Christian Bible, and I repeat again, I have great friends among Jewish rabbis and pastors and priests and pope. You know, I respect other religion. We may differ in principle. I respect them. I promote tolerance. But if you want to read war, go back to the Old Testament and New Testament. 39 books of the Old Testament. Look whether Moses fought or not. You will find that Moses fought. You want to call him a terrorist? I will never. Abraham fought. Joshua fought. Solomon fought. King David fought. Fought. Blood was shed. It has never been an issue. So they read Quran, these few pockets, these few critics, haters, and they say, oh, the verse say kill them all. Well, what about the verses of rape them all, rape the whole village, raping in the Bible, murder everything, burn the entire village? We Muslims don't reason like that. We are godly people. We are people of God. We don't demonize the people because of misunderstanding the verse. The verse addresses the text and the context. Talk to experts, talk to Muslims, we will talk to you about it. That was a situation of war. When Prophet Muhammad had been persecuted for 13 years, he never raised his finger, forget about his arm against his persecutors. Instead, he sent Muslims to Ethiopia as refugees. We don't want to fight our people. Islam is not for war. They returned back, persecuted, killed, murdered. He himself, he retreated to a place called Ta'if. Anyone who read any Islamic book focusing or enlightening history of Prophet Muhammad and history of Islam will understand that 13 years later, God told him, don't fight. Migrate to Medina peacefully. When he went to a place called Medina, these people followed him. The intention was to crush him and crush Islam. Quran chapter 2 verse 190, God tells him, قَاتِلُوا الَّذِينَ يُقَاتِلُونَكُمْ. Fight those who fights you. It has nothing to do with innocent people. It has nothing to do with women. It has nothing to do with elderly people. It has nothing to do with children. Don't cut trees. Don't kill animals. Don't. It is combat. It is a military combat. When Muslims had to defend themselves, every country, every faith is against aggression and oppression and invention. But every country is pro and supporting defending yourself when oppressed. Same principle in Islam. I am not allowed to take arms and start shooting everybody. Takbir, Allahu Akbar. A Jew did it, a Christian did it, and it's still happening in the world today. Hindus did it, monks are doing it, Buddhists are doing it in Myanmar now with Rohingyas. They are banning them, raping women. Now, as we are talking, it's not part of BBC or Sky News. Even monks are raping and killing now. Who never killed in the world today? In Central Africa, Christians are slaughtering Muslims and even eating their flesh. In Uganda, there's a person called Joseph Kony, a rebel who is killing and raping and creating child soldiers. And he says that he's using 10 commandments. We don't say that that represents Christianity or Judaism. No. So if we want to play that game, we are following devil. Picking one verse in the Bible and say, you see, Christianity or Judaism or Bible promotes violence and what, like some non-Christian haters have done on the internet. We don't do that. Moses was invaded, he had to defend himself. That was never an act of terrorism. Muhammad did that. Islam is against violence. Whatever is happening in the world is politically and economically motivated.
Not religiously.
Because they find Muslims in the area, and so Muslims have to pray and say Allah. So they say, and we don't condone terrorism, whether done by a Muslim in Syria or in Iraq. We don't condone terrorism, whether done by Americans or Russia, whether done by a Christian or a Jew, whether done by me and you. I'm against terrorism. We want peace and security. Every human being has the right to live. No compulsion in religion. Any other question?
That is a great summation. One last question. Is it true that Muhammad was illiterate when the Quran was being written?
That is described in the book of Isaiah. Yes. And the book will be given to someone who cannot read. And he will be told, read. He will say, I can't read. That was prophesied in the book of Isaiah before Prophet Muhammad. He is a fulfillment of that prophecy. Yes, Muhammad was an illiterate person because Oxford University never existed. Yale University never existed. Harvard University never existed. Where did you expect him to learn from? But God meant him to be illiterate for a reason. If Muhammad could read and write, automatically the critics of Islam would have said, he wrote the Quran. He wrote it. But Muhammad was unable to. God did not make him to afford to be able to read and write so that we could believe that Muhammad would have not have produced this. They never left him alone. Am yaquluna iftarah. Quran chapter 32 verse 2. God say, or do they claim that Muhammad wrote this Quran? He forged this Quran. Bal huwa al-haqqu min rabbik. Nay, their claim is not true. It's the truth from your Lord, not from Muhammad. So yes, that is a big name for Muhammad. That is a big title, that he was an-Nabi al-Ummi. God is describing that in Quran. Chapter 7, verse 157 and 58. الَّذِينَ يَتَّبِعُونَ الرَّسُولَ النَّبِيَّ الْأُمِّيِّ الَّذِي يَجِدُونَهُ مَكْتُوبًا عِنْدَهُ فِي التَّوْرَاةِ وَالْإِنْجِيلِ. Yes, those who follow a prophet and a messenger who is unlettered, whom they find written in their books. Muhammad was prophesied in both Torah and the Gospel of Jesus as an illiterate. Yes, he was. Yet, he was a mercy, rahmatul lil alamin. Quran chapter 21, verse 107, God says, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. I sent you not but as a mercy to the worlds, not a punishment, not a killer, not a murderer, a mercy, a forgiver to the worlds. Any other question regarding women?
No, thank you. Oh,
Do you have any other questions
No.
regarding women?
no. No, thank you.
Anything that comes in your mind? This is the day.
No, this is fantastic. No, it's good. No, I remember the class last night, so that was covered. Mhm. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't prepare lunch for you. You came at 2, we should have prepared lunch for you. No.
I think we are going to Middle East restaurant after this.
It's okay. Yes,
Want to?
it's okay.
Okay, great.